There is no one constructivist theory of learning, but most constructivists share two main ideas: that learners are active in constructing their own knowledge, and that social interactions are important to knowledge construction. Constructivism views learning as more than receiving and processing information transmitted by teachers or texts. Rather, learning is the active and personal construction of knowledge. There are constructivist approaches in science and mathematics education, in educational psychology and anthropology, and in computer-based education. Today's professional development workshop will be comprised of a combination of video direction and collaborative work with your peers in order to provide you with information and practice in applying constructivist theory in your classroom. The constructivist theory states that learning is an active process in which students are creating meaning from different experiences. So, students learn best by attempting to make sense of something on their own, while the teacher acts as a facilitator to guide them in the process. This session will educate teachers on how to facilitate their students reviewing and reflecting on their learning processes together, collaboration, so that they can learn new strategies and methods from each other. This session will help teachers to facilitate their students in using inquiry methods to ask questions, investigating topics, and using a variety of resources to find answers and solutions, as problem solving is the main activity in a constructivist classroom. This session on constructivism will educate teachers on how to guide their students to explore new topics, draw conclusions, and expand their knowledge of the subject matter. Professional development is the ongoing process of developing and exploring new knowledge and materials that relate to the teaching profession. Professional development plays a key role in keeping teachers informed, motivating teachers to implement new ideas based on learning, and ensures that teachers are trained on the same material so that expectations of use of this material is clear. The teachers participating in this professional development training will participate in listening to the delivery of information, working in small groups, and completing activities as a team that could be easily modified and implemented in their own classrooms. We will complete one activity that directly applies to the constructivist theory in teaching. The constructivist theory relies on inquiry and problem-based learning. As educators, it is important that teachers include activities in their lesson planning to grasp student interest, develop motivation for learning, and allow students to work together to solve problems related to learning objectives. Using this theory as a guideline, teachers can create a positive learning environment and engage students by putting them in charge of their learning. These interactive activities will reduce student misbehavior and boredom. Today we will learn how to create lessons based on the knowledge that your students have already constructed, how to ask open-ended questions, ways to plan activities that are learner-centered and problem-solving based, and ways to encourage student collaboration. The Internet provides many resources for reviewing and finding constructivist lesson plans that you can use in your classroom. Two that we're going to review today are excellent activities for elementary school students. The first is a butterfly module. Ms. Jacoby gives you lots of resources here to look at, from different websites to different books and many different formats that your students can use to create your project. The reason this website is such an excellent example for constructivist theory is that she provides you with many different ways that students can address their objectives. During the same assignment, her students create many different examples of ways to demonstrate their knowledge and learning during the assignment. Papermaking can also be used as an excellent constructivist activity in the classroom. It really encourages students to focus on the activity and independent learning. In groups, you will practice an activity that you could use in your classrooms. Students will practice addition, subtraction, and critical thinking skills to try to purchase as many items as they can on the shopping list without going over budget. The materials that you will need are a Sunday newspaper for grocery ads and coupons and a shopping list. Working in groups of 4, Use coupons and supermarket ads to find the lowest price of each item on the list. The group that wins the challenge will get to purchase 5 items on their list to create a classroom cooking project. Work as a team to complete this activity. Constructivists share similar goals for learning. They emphasize knowledge and use rather than the storing of inert facts, concepts, and skills. Learning goals include developing abilities to find and solve ill-structured problems, critical thinking, inquiry, self-determination, and openness to multiple perspectives. Constructivist theory is a useful practice you can use in your classroom to encourage learning and success.